What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel for this quick video, and today we'll be talking about acceleration. This one here came from lots of comment requests, so just let me know in the comment section any recommendation for a topic. And if you haven't watched my recent videos yet, these topics here will be on the channel. Would be really awesome if you guys can check it out. So now, let's get right into it. With this one here, try to watch the video fully because this topic here is kinda controversial for the last couple of years, so make sure not to skip parts so it will make full sense. And after watching, please check the pinned comment section down below because if there's any update or any new videos related to this one, like for example, a quick first step or speed with ball relation, I will put the link down there. So after playing around, here are the things that I found out. First one, and the most controversial part, acceleration doesn't touch your movement without the ball. With this one here, one with minimum and one with maximum, and everything is just the same. You can notice as well that even the animations are exactly the same, and they reach each points at the same time as well. One more thing about it is that I tried some other samples, and the results were unanimous, that there's no difference. Actually, it's been like this ever since I started testing, and on my 21 and 22 tests, I received lots of reactions. Some viewers don't agree that it doesn't touch your movement without the ball. Some viewers say that you can only see the difference when switching directions, but in here, you can see that's minimum and maximum, and they are exactly the same. If it really speeds up that part, then at least it should be noticeable. You can notice here that they reached those points at the same time, and they even had exactly the same animations. Another reaction is that some players say that, oh, Toots, of course it's not going to work there because that's blacktop. You have to try it on my career. And just to give you a proof, in here those are two exactly the same players, but the other one has 90 and the other one has 60 acceleration. And same thing, they reach those points at the same time. Even the animations, they are just the same. Another one, some players say as well that maybe it will show difference on bigger builds, and in here you can see everything is just the same. And for the last common reaction, some viewers throw in a real-life definition that acceleration is the increase of speed, which is kind of true in real life, but unfortunately, not all real-life principles apply into the game. That principle there only applies on your movement with the ball, which we'll talk about later. Now it's more clear that it doesn't touch your movement without the ball. The one that does it is your speed. Sorry if I took some time on the video to really prove it. I just thought that it's much better if I can really prove it more because it's been an ongoing myth this whole time. So before we proceed, just want to invite you guys to like the video if liking so far. And if you're new here, I'm Choots and I do lots of detailed testings on stuff like badges, attributes, jump shots, dribbling styles, and lots of other stuff. And I'm doing YouTube full time, so expect a lot of videos. Last year, I made like around 400 videos. So make sure to subscribe so you won't miss out. Trust me, I got you covered for the whole year. So now going back, then what is the real use of acceleration? It makes your launches or first steps much faster. Roughly, it's from this point up to this point. And from that point, speed with ball will take care of the rest. You can notice here that this gap here will be maintained even up to this point. Meaning, around this point, you won't be using your acceleration anymore because I think you already reached your top speed. In here, you can see as well that the boost is linear, meaning there's no saturation point. You can push it to max if you want, there won't be a point that the boost will drop. So if you want to double down on your burst of speed, you can push it to max. I know it's not that big visually, but on a dribbling perspective, those gaps really matter. And for those who are wondering why I always do this range, the 25, 62, and 99, it's because I need to get the minimum, midpoint, and maximum range so I can see the trend. If it's linear, or if it's like this one, or like this. If it's linear, we can just easily estimate everything. For example, now that we know that this gap here is a 74-point gap, that's 99 minus 25, it means that if you cut it in half, that'll be 37-point gap. And if you cut it in half again, that'll be around 18, and so forth. If I show you guys 99, 89, 79, like 5 or 10 point increments, we can't really know if it's linear, or maybe the boost will exponentially increase, or maybe it will exponentially drop, because the gaps will be too small. So that is the reason why I have that 25, 62, and 99 range. Next one, when it comes to big man builds, results are linear as well. But you can notice here that the impact is much bigger compared to smaller builds, which is kinda interesting. So now for the recommendation, of course it always depends on your playstyle, but just for a rough recommendation, if you're a guard, We all know how most players want to double down on the speed of your launches, so I always recommend to push it to max as much as possible. There's no saturation point anyway. And for bigger builds, I know some of you might be thinking that just leave it empty because you're not going to dribble much anyway, but for me personally, ever since when I have a big man build, I have it on max as much as possible. I know in some points of the game, I will be using it. You will feel lousy the moment you grab the ball if you have it empty. You don't necessarily need to max it, at least put something in there. But knowing that it only touches your movement with the ball, my advice is not to go out of your way just to get more acceleration. Like for example, you don't want to lower your weight or be shorter just to have more of it. Again, after watching these, please check the pinned comment section down below because I'll be posting there some other related videos. Potentially, it's the relation to quick first step badge. So that's all for the video. If you guys like it, please smash that like button and please consider subscribing for more videos. And don't forget to drop by the channel for lots of other contents. And as always, stay safe and happy gaming, guys. Peace.